Okay, I hope you all see the screen. Thank you. Okay, so welcome everyone to this workshop. And I have a question for you. So who here is excited to learn how working with 7 main female archetype can help you create your new reality or whatever you want? Yeah, excited? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Marina and I are excited too, right? Okay. So let me first share the agenda with you. So first of all, we would like to tell you why do you want to hear about female archetypes? And then you will hear a short introduction that will let you know that Marina and I are actually super nice people and you can totally trust us if you so choose. And I have to have a little bit of entertainment, so keep that in mind if I'm joking. And then we have short breath work from Marina, and I will share about 3 archetypes, and then the most favorite part for both of us, and I think it will be the nicest part for you as well. It's experiential part where you will be diving into first breath work and then guided meditation, and you will also do some journaling slash drawing. So I hope that you are equipped with some paper, pens, or maybe even crayons. Okay. All right. So why do you want to hear about this? If you feel that you want to change something in your life, and it can be in any area really, it doesn't matter. Actually, I will challenge you a little bit now. Perhaps a part of you doesn't even want to dream bigger because you might believe that it's not possible for you. And if that is the case, you're in the right place. So the reason why you aren't where you want to be, if that is the case, is not because you aren't capable, but because your subconscious mind just wants to keep you safe. It's really that simple. So your subconscious mind represents 95% of your mind, and majority of your beliefs, the way you respond, were shaped by the time you were 7. So when you were a child, it was more important to receive love than to be yourself. And what does that mean? So it means that if you acted in a way that your caregivers didn't like, it was safer for you to stop with that behavior. And over time, we kind of push down all these behaviors that weren't accepted. And you probably heard the word shadow. So this behavior becomes part of the shadow. And the thing is, in the shadow, we also carry a lot of gifts. So as I mentioned, over time, you disconnected from these certain parts of yourself, and sometimes you don't even know what these parts are. And here come 7 main female archetype in place. So they will help you shed a light on what you need to embrace with love and compassion. And also, they will shed a light on all the gifts that you carry inside and the most important things that you want to expand. Because it's not just about seeing what doesn't work, but it's more about cultivating and expanding what's already there and what you want more of. Okay, just to sum it up, if you want a different experience or different life, you need to step into a new role. And to do that, you can't see it from this perspective. The perspective shift is needed. Okay, so I hope that you are excited because we are. And I would like to share a quick story. Let me see if, oh, not yet. I'm jumping ahead. But I would like to share a quick story on how I started, and then I will let Marina talk as well or share her story too. So about me, shortly. If I could have a PhD in anything, it would be in being stuck. And I mean stuck in life, not in traffic. So one of the modalities that really helped me is hypnotherapy, because I could work on changing limiting beliefs on the root cause where they started. And for someone like me who experienced bullying as a teen, and I really didn't want to be seen on camera and present in front of people. And that's something that I really love now. And it's not just that. Speaking of archetypes, I was able to connect with the queen archetype and the mother archetype, because I was really disconnected from those two. And I will share more later how that might come across. But overall, once I got this connection, those really elevated my life profoundly, because we all have all of them to a different degree. And with this workshop, you'll be able to dive into the experience yourself and get transformation if you so choose, and also check what your relationship with the archetypes is. So I'm excited for you to experience that. And Marina, please do share your story.
Yeah, welcome everyone again. So, who am I? I'm in the process of discovering it, so I can't really have an answer to that. And my process about discovering who I am really started when I encountered breathwork in my life. So, breathwork has been for me like a huge catalyst. And before that, I just thought I was one of many people that just have to study and then find a work and find a house and maybe get married, have children, and wait for retirement. And I thought there was no other option than this in life. And then when I encountered breathwork and all the other tools that I'm using now, I started to question all that. And little by little, I'm discovering that there is so much more to life and inside myself. So one of the big shifts that happened in my life was I used to identify myself as a translator. That was my job. When I first met Barchi something like 12 years ago, I was a translator, and I really thought that would be the job of my life. And what I'm doing now instead is just sharing with people all that really helped me to discover myself and who I am. So that's why I'm here as well, to bring these tools of breathwork and embodiment together with the knowledge about the archetypes and experience of them. And I'm so excited because when I first saw what Barchi is doing with her work with the archetypes, I immediately felt like, oh, wow, it would be great to add some breath work to it to have an even more embodied experience. So I hope you will enjoy. And speaking of embodiment, what I would like to invite you to right now is exactly to take a moment to come into our bodies. And if it feels good to you, we can take a moment even to close our eyes so that for a moment our attention can be really inside. And most probably we have a lot of thoughts in our mind right now. Maybe we are still thinking about what happened before during our day, or just thinking about what we have been talking about in the last 10 minutes. And we can just let these thoughts be. No need to push them away, but we can choose to turn our attention somewhere else. And one possibility is to notice, for example, all the places in our body that are in contact with another surface. So our sit bones right now are pressing down on the chair or the sofa or any other surface we are sitting on. We can become aware of this. And most probably our back is also leaning back against the chair or some other surface. And our feet, what are they touching right now? Maybe some parts of our feet are touching the floor, or any other surface they are touching. We can just become aware of this contact. And our skin is touching the clothes that we are wearing right now in so many different parts of the body. We can really notice this contact. Notice if it's warm or cool or smooth or soft. And even our skin, where it's not touching the clothes, it's actually in contact with the air all around us. Let's become aware of this as well. How does it feel to be in contact with the air? What kind of sensation it's giving to our skin? And the same air that is touching our skin is also coming in and out through our nose with our breath. Just become aware of it, and we don't need to change the way we are breathing in any way. This is all about becoming aware of what is already here. Becoming aware of any kind of sensation that is in our body right now. Maybe some parts of the body feel some kind of tension, and some other parts of the body, for sure, are feeling good, are feeling relaxed, spacious, and open. And all of it is welcome as it is. So we don't want to put labels on whatever we are feeling. We don't want to judge any part of us. Every part of us is welcome here in this space. Take a breath with this awareness that every part of you is welcome here. And you can feel into yourself if your eyes want to stay closed or if they want to slowly open. And in both cases, what I wish for you is that you can stay connected with these sensations in your body, with the feeling of the contact, with the breathing that is happening all the time. And you can stay aware of all these sensations even while you are listening and engaging a little bit of your mind as well. Because what will happen right now is that Barchi will actually give you a wonderful short introduction about 3 of these female archetypes. So you can take in all this helpful information while you are still anchored in your bodies. And that's what I wish for you. So, Barchi.
Thank you. That was so lovely. Just what I needed as well. Yeah. So as Marina said, as I will share a little bit about these archetypes, and we will do a deep dive of each separate workshops. So just check in with yourself if something resonates, and be curious, be open, just allow the experience. You don't have to overthink it, but yeah, just let it, just let it touch you in any way it needs to. Okay, so starting off with the Queen archetype. So the Queen archetype, as you might imagine, is very confident, regal, and commanding, and she embodies leadership, power, and responsibility. And when we are talking about power, it's more about internal power. It's not power as we might think as a Western concept, but it's more about internal power, being connected and fully grounded in ourselves. So when there is absence of, when we don't have connection with the Queen archetype, the way it can come, it can manifest is we might have a lack of self-confidence. So you might struggle with self-doubt, and maybe it's difficult to make decisions with certainty. And there is also difficulty with self-worth, or I should say, we might have low self-worth, because without this archetype, we might feel inadequate, or just don't see our value. And then that kind of leads to, or connects to, setting boundaries. So if anyone feels they have issues with boundaries, that's not the only archetype that deals with boundaries, but it's very strong for Queen to have good boundaries. So when she is in her power, she can set very good boundaries for herself and others. And the other thing, if we are disconnected from this archetype, is we might struggle with self-care, and also we might avoid responsibility. And I find the last one, I mean, there are more, but I just wanted to pick a few. Fear of independence. And I would say that one also ties with not being able to fully trust ourselves, that we are strong enough to make whatever moves we need to make, or whatever decisions we want to make in our lives. Okay, so that's if it's absent. And brilliance. In short, women or woman who has Queen archetype embodies this confident as well as compassionate leadership, wisdom, and the ability to inspire and uplift others. So to create this harmonious and prosperous environment. And the way she does that, she communicates with compassion and empathy. She leads with integrity and ethical principles. She recognizes the value of setting healthy boundaries, as I said, that's a big one. And also celebrates the successes and achievements of those around her, especially other women. I find that so important that as women, we celebrate successes of other women. And just to finish off with that one, she also embraces vulnerability and authenticity in her interactions. And just hearing about this and what you have written on the screen, just maybe checking with yourself, how do you feel about the Queen archetype? Okay. And then we have the Lover. Okay, so the Lover archetype. So she's passionate, sensual, and romantic. And the Lover archetype represents intimacy, pleasure, and emotional connection. And I just saw yesterday on Instagram, someone said, it seems like there is a person who's a doctor for pleasure or something like that. And she said, well, there are so many doctors in the world, they all focus on pain, but there is not enough people that focus on pleasure. And I said, oh, that's such a good take. And Lover is about that. So she's associated also with communication, self-expression, authenticity, ability to communicate her heart's truth verbally or even through creative expressions. So when we are disconnected from her, so a woman might be struggling to express herself authentically, honestly, and assertively. And the main thing is she might not feel pleasure in her life. And when I say pleasure, it can be anything, whatever feels right, because it's hard for her to be in her body and to be connected to that part. So that also leads, when there is absence, that also leads to difficulty in intimate relationships, difficulties in with emotional expression, as I said, engaging in sensual activities, issues with, I would just say in general, just enjoying the present moment. And I want to quickly talk about the brilliance because this one is such a powerful archetype, I find. So Lover can really infuse every aspect of life with deep sense of passion, connection, and appreciation. So think about passionate engagement with life experience, and it can be anything. Imagine heart full of passion and pouring that passion into either work, relationships, anything really. And also having capacity to forge deep, intimate connections with people, art, nature. So yeah, the big themes for Lover archetypes are emotional depth and creative expression. And the last thing, just to finish off with the Lover archetype and just check in with yourself again, how you feel connected with her, with the Lover. Just this having capacity to offer unconditional love and acceptance to herself and others. And this love is not bound by conditions or expectations. And therefore, it creates a safe and nourishing space for everyone to thrive in. Okay. And the last one that I want to share with you today is Mystic archetype. So Mystic, as you might imagine, she's mysterious, intuitive, visionary, and she represents deep connection to the spiritual realm and a quest for higher meaning and purpose. So she's associated with spiritual connection, transcendence, enlightenment. And when we are disconnected or if you feel disconnected, you might not be trusting life in general, or universe, spirit, God, whatever your source is. You might even feel or negate this mystery of life or happenstance and all the other magic. It just feels like the life is very material, and that's kind of what it is. So I would say absence in general is just not being able, or not able, but kind of having this connect with your intuitive abilities, and also with your soul and your soul mission, or whatever that means for you. And maybe practices like meditation, energy work, or rituals are something that that person wouldn't want to engage in for the same reason. But let me also talk about brilliance. So brilliance with this archetype is really about intuitive wisdom, and she can offer so much healing and transformation, because she facilitates that just by being her, just also by her insights that she shares and being around her. And she's inspiration for others. She also offers compassion and empathy. And there is this deep connection to divine feminine. I don't know how much you relate to those things, but yeah, that's one of the things. And spiritual guidance. So she might act or serve as a spiritual guide, mentor, teacher, helping others on their spiritual journey just by offering wisdom and support. And the last thing I wanted to say about it, she has this holistic perspective. It's not just being out there, but it's also how to integrate and this wisdom and take it to the all aspects of life, and recognizing how spiritual and emotional aspects of human existence yeah, are important alongside with physical and material dimensions. Okay, so you just got like such a short glimpse of archetypes, and just listening about it, I hope that, yeah, that you felt like, oh, I want to know more about this one, or what are her shadows, what are her fears, and how can I step into brilliance? How can I do that? Because that's what Marina and I have planned. And Marina, do you want to share a little bit of our
Yeah, of course.
okay.
So, yeah, as you heard, we have been like introducing just three archetypes. There are seven in total, and for each one of them, there can be a whole journey like inside ourselves, and that's why we have planned 6 workshops in which we can really dive deep into every single archetype, and that would be an occasion to go really deep into all of them, like separately. And we will be using breathwork and meditation, and there will be some embodied experiences and some introduction as we have just done. And we will talk more about this like at the end of this meeting
Yeah.
today. But for now, this is just to let you know that it's not just about what we are doing today. There is much more coming. So
Yeah.
just so you know.
Our intention is to get you super excited, right,
Mm.
Marina?
Yeah,
It's like, I hope you'll be excited too, the as much as we are. Okay. So it's time for experiential part, right? We can dive in.
yeah,
Okay, I will stop sharing. And Marina, I believe that you can take it away.
I will.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we will have a deeper experience regarding those three archetypes that we chose for today. And we will do it first through a mini breathwork journey. And after that, we will go into a guided meditation. So, what I want to tell you in advance is for this kind of breathwork that I'm sharing, you don't really need to learn any breathwork techniques. I'm not here to teach you how you should breathe. My purpose is to really set your natural breath free. So you can just breathe as you want to breathe, as your breath wants to flow. You don't need to change it in any way. And I want to mention it because this is so different from a lot of other breathwork techniques when you have to learn some patterns or some specific way of breathing. And also feel free to move your body as you want or as your body wants to be moved. There is no really right or wrong way to do this. So I will be guiding you for a very short experience, and the purpose is mostly to really get in touch with your own body, with yourself, with your sensations. So I'll just share my music, just 1 second. And right now, my invitation is to start by finding a comfortable position in which your body can be relaxed, but not slouching. Like you want to have your spine straight in some way that is not uncomfortable. And you want some space around your spine because we want the spine to be able to move around as it wants to. Maybe it will not move, but we want to give it freedom to move. So whenever you have found this comfortable position, my invitation is again to close your eyes if it feels comfortable, just as a way to help your attention come inside. And you can start tuning in with your breath exactly the way it's happening right now. There's nothing to change. Just feeling how the air is coming in and going out of your body. And you can choose if you prefer to breathe in and out through your nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you can also shift during the session, setting your breath free to flow as it wants to. And as you tune in with your breath, you might notice that the breath is creating some movement in your body just because you are breathing. So much movement is happening. Your rib cage is opening and closing. Your diaphragm is going up and down. your lungs are expanding and contracting. And it's not something that you are making it happen, it's just happening because you're breathing. This is the moment of life that is within you every single moment. And an easy way to perceive this movement is to use your hands. So my invitation now is to put one of your hands just below your rib cage, where your solar plexus is located. And just breathing normally, or if it feels good, you can make your breath just slightly deeper than usual. You can feel under your hand that there is some movement happening. Maybe it's a big movement, maybe it's really, really subtle. Just allowing this movement to happen. And you can even allow this internal movement to become bigger if it wants to become visible, to expand towards the outside of your body without having to think about it. It's just about allowing the movement to happen as it's being created by your breath. And you can feel if your hand wants to stay where it is or if it wants to remove itself. Just let your body do whatever is enjoyable for you. And when you breathe in, you can feel with your inhalation this quality of you are choosing to breathe in slightly deeper than usual. You have this sovereignty, you have this power of choice, and you are just inviting all this air, you are inviting this life energy to flow inside your body. And then when you exhale, you are just letting it go freely, effortlessly, with no attachment, because you know that the next inhalation is coming with new prana, with new life force, with new energy, always available to be invited inside your body. Yes. And as you stay connected with your breath, can you find this quality of pleasure in the way you are breathing in and out? Is there a way in which you can breathe in a way that is fully enjoyable. Maybe your breath wants to become deeper or a little more slow or faster. You just find your own way to make your breath completely enjoyable and allow yourself to enjoy the pleasure of your breathing. Where is most enjoyable in your body to feel this flow of the air caressing your organs, massaging your body from the inside. Yes. And as you enjoy the flow of your breath, for the next 2 or 3 breaths, you may want to allow any sound that wants to come out of your mouth just to come out. All of you are muted, so nobody else will hear you. And it can be a sigh of relief, it can be toning, or maybe a word. Let yourself be surprised by the sound that wants to come out with your out breath. And as you use your voice, you can feel where your voice is vibrating inside your body. Feel this vibration. Notice if it's coming more from your throat or from your chest, from your belly. And enjoy it. This vibration of your own voice can be something really pleasurable to feel. Yes, beautiful. Staying with your breath, letting it flow. And set your breath completely free. If at any point it wants to become deeper or change its pace, become faster or slower, just allow it to do so. Trust the wisdom of your body. You can trust your breath. And from now on, let yourself just be guided by your breath, the way it wants to happen from moment to moment. Just trusting this divine intelligence, this supreme force of life that knows exactly how to breathe you. It really knows how to flow through your body. So your only job is to allow it, let it happen as it wants to happen, and allow any movement that wants to happen in your body, be it big or small, wherever in your body. Yes. And you can notice if sometimes some thoughts come into your mind, questions. Am I doing it right? All these kind of thoughts. And just welcome them and know that you can really trust your body, its wisdom that is way bigger than the wisdom of your mind. Yes. Beautiful. Staying with your breath. You can just allow the breath to happen, to continue flowing in and out of your body, and letting it go. No need to focus on it any longer. You can take a few moments just to feel into your body right now, noticing any sensations that are present for you in this moment. Noticing what feels different now compared to 10 minutes ago. Where in your body some space has opened up, maybe, where there is more aliveness. And just being present with all of it, enjoying whatever pleasurable sensation is there for you. And you can stay connected to your sensations as now Barchi will continue guiding you through beautiful meditation to meet your archetypes.
Okay. So now I'm inviting everyone to go with your imagination to your special sacred space You can see it, sense it, feel it. And the only thing I would like you to pick is somewhere outdoors. But if it's indoors, it's fine too. Just transport yourself to a place where you feel loved, where you feel peaceful, happy, alive. It's just important that it makes you feel good. Just imagine yourself, sense or feel, being there right now. And if you're there, maybe all of your five senses are already engaged. You might notice certain things, see, feel, hear. And I would like you to connect to your inner wisdom. And invite 3 archetypes in that space of yours. So, archetypes that we have worked with today a little bit. So, Queen, Lover, and Mystic. Invite their energy in your space. And what I want you to do now is imagine, sense, or feel those 3 archetypes as trees. So each archetype represents a tree. So just allow it to happen however it wants. And I would like you to pay attention and tune into or feel into each tree now, starting with the first one. Just allow the image, the sensation, the energy to come. And this first tree represents Queen archetype. And I want you to pay attention to how it feels like or how it looks like. Is it big, tall? Does it feel stable? What kind of leaves does it have? Does it bear any fruits? And if you feel like it, you can even go and make a connection with the tree and touch it if you haven't already. And when you are connected to this Queen archetype as a tree, maybe you can even ask if this tree has any message of wisdom for you. Just allow it to happen. If it happens now, that's great. If not, it might happen later. Everything happens when it's the right time. And now I want you, if it feels right, to hug the tree and express gratitude just for being there for you. maybe for wisdom that you got. And then I would invite you to look over or to move on to the second tree that represents the lover archetype. And I would like you to imagine that tree and see how it looks like or feels like. You find it beautiful, alluring. Maybe it has some flowers that are very soft or gentle. Perhaps there are some animals hiding in the branches. What does the trunk look like? Just pay attention. Take it in. You can even, again, just touch the tree. And as you are with that tree, I would ask you to do the same as before. Ask the lover archetype if it has any messages for you, any wisdom, or perhaps you might even get a fruit or flower or anything like that. Just be open, it doesn't matter. Just be open to the experience and allow it to happen for you. And then I would like you to just to express gratitude to that tree, to that archetype. You might hug it in your mind if that feels right, or do whatever you feel. And then I would invite you to go to the last tree, which represents mystic archetype. And you don't need to know the name of the tree. It's enough if you can see it and have a sense. But just take a look at it or feel it, how it looks like. Do you feel it's strong? Does it have strong roots? Is there grass growing underneath or underneath the crown? Or, yeah, what's going on with that tree? And do you even feel connected to that tree? Do you want to be around its energy? Just observe, just curiosity, no judgment. And you don't even have to change anything. It's important just to experience whatever is coming. And again, I would like you to ask the tree if it has any message of wisdom that it would like to convey. And then pay attention. And you can thank that tree as well. You can express your gratitude. And now that you have experienced all three archetypes as trees, I will count to three. And as I reach number three, I would like you to open your eyes and then write down or even draw images or anything that came up for you during this visualization. So 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes, please, now. And I would like you to start writing or drawing your experience on a paper. Just take your time. Okay. So I will slowly invite you to come back and have in mind that even if you still have some things to finish, it will be there for you. Don't worry. But I would like us to close our eyes again for a moment, just to appreciate the energies for the last time, just to kind of tap into ourselves. And if you feel like doing so, you can place one hand on your chest and the other one on your belly, just to connect to your heart. And just acknowledge the connection that was shown to you, connection that you have with Queen archetype, with lover and mystic. And even if your mind would like to understand everything right now, I would invite you, just give it time, because your subconscious mind works and expresses itself in metaphors. So just allow experience to be what it is. And now that you have your hand on your heart, if you feel inclined to do so, I would like you to imagine that you are sending unconditional love from your heart to everyone on this call or everyone tuning in at any time later. Just imagining sharing the love and also receiving the love from others. Just for a moment, acknowledging everyone here, knowing that we are all connected in love, and also expressing gratitude for everything that we have received. Also for beautiful breath work. Yeah, just allow yourself to feel that. And then I would like you to pull all the energy back in your body. Just all the energy that you might have put out. Just imagine, and now it's going back. It's going back to your core. So you can feel fully rooted and grounded in yourself and really detached from everyone else's energies. Yeah. And I will now count to 3 again. And as I reach number 3, you will be fully aware and feeling energized with more awareness and more self compassion if you so choose. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Fully coming back in your body. You can stretch your arms, move it around, move your arms, wiggle your toes. All right. Welcome, welcome. So that was such a nice, short, shortish experience. Yeah. Okay. Let me just check. Oops. Okay. So just a quick recap. Why you learned and experienced today is important. So, as I shared in the beginning, your beliefs were formed when you were a child, and mine as well, ours, I should say. And you're still operating on them, right? Whether you're aware or not. And some of them are helpful and some of them are not. So, and the other thing is your subconscious mind isn't mean. So if you feel like you're stuck in certain behavior, it's not because your subconscious mind doesn't like you. It's nothing like that. It just wants to protect you. And the best way to change anything is first to have self-awareness. That's why we are going through archetypes. We are learning about them. And then we can experience what is our truth, and then we can change it and step into something new. And yeah, they are here to support you with whatever you want to bring into life, because those are universal energies that are in everyone, and we can connect to those at any time. It's really about our choice. We need to give ourselves permission. So, yeah. Okay. Marina, I will now, yeah, again, give it to you.
Yes. So, thank you, Barchi, for this deep experience. And as I was mentioning before, there is so much more to this than this short experience. So, first of all, today we were introducing 3 archetypes, just taking them as an example. There are 7 main female archetypes, so we will take time to really explore all of them. And as you can see here, we will have a day for each archetype, and just the last one will be with 2 archetypes together. And we have the Huntress, the Maiden, Queen, Mother, Lover, Sage, and Mystic. And there is even more because each archetype is really connected to one of the chakras that, as you probably know, are the main energy centers in our bodies. And each chakra really embodies different kinds of energies. And these energies are really related to the energies of the archetypes. So what we will be doing next times, and it will be 2 hours each meeting, so a longer meeting than this one. We will really have time to go deep into each archetype, each kind of energy, and we will do it through our body, really connecting to our chakras and using the breath, using embodiment, and using guided meditation to meet our archetypes. And you had like a small taste of how this work can feel like today. So we will have these 6 2-hour workshops. They will all be on Saturdays, starting from next Saturday. So April the 27th already, we will start with the Huntress archetype that we didn't talk about today, but if you're curious about it, you're welcome next Saturday. We will really dive deep into it, and it's connected with the first chakra, with the root. So much to say about it. So we are excited to share.
Yeah. Can I just say something about it quickly?
Of course.
Yeah, this one is all about surviving and thriving and our material safety. So I find it's very important to have a good connection with this one, especially for us women. I will just speak for myself. I sometimes feel I'm not grounded enough. I mean, that was more in the past, but I feel like being grounded and really having strong connection with the first chakra, with the earth, is, I find it's really important. And there are a lot of ways and tools how you can do that, which we will all share in our workshop.
Yes. And I want to mention, because I guess many of you will be wondering how much will it cost. So we want to make it really affordable to everyone. So for each one of these workshops, it's really, you can pay as much as you can afford. And there is like a scale from 11 to 20 to $44. So yeah, we are using US dollars just to have a currency that is easily understandable by everyone. Of course, you will translate it into your own currency. And there is even more, because we have decided to offer a lot of bonuses and gifts to those of you who will want to attend all the workshops and make the whole journey through your whole body, all your chakras, all the different archetypes, so that you can really go through a deep journey. And in July, when the journey will be finished, you will be totally transformed with so many new tools in your life.
That's true.
So yeah. So when you sign up for the whole package of these workshops, besides all the workshops and the recordings of the workshops that will stay with you like forever, you will get the standing meditation. This is an audio recording. It's 11 minutes and is a meditation in which I guide you through grounding into your body. And it's really a good tool to have for your daily life, because you can use it at any time. It's just 11 minutes, so it's something quick. And it's really a quick way to come back into your body and ground yourself and become present. And this also will stay with you forever. So it's a tool that you have for the rest of your life. And then there are two really, really big gifts that we wanted to share with you. Two one-on-one sessions with each of us. So there is one hypnotherapy session with BARCHI one-on-one online, and one one-on-one breathwork session with me that you will be able to book, and you will just get a full session just for yourself to receive a lot of more support with anything that you want to be supported with. And maybe Pachi, you want to say something about hypnotherapy session, how it
Yeah, of
looks like?
course. It's actually, so the way I find what fosters most results is you decide what you want, and then with hypnotherapy, because we work on the subconscious mind, we kind of connect you to that reality, whatever it is, and then everything that's in the way, we can just clear in the level again on your subconscious mind. And it's the fastest, I would say. And it's not about speed, but it's a really powerful way to shift your perspective. Because as I was saying, it's really hard to imagine, oh, I can be this person or I can be that person if I'm looking from this perspective and not from perspective of my future self. So we can do that. But there are also other things that hypnotherapy can do. For example, past life regression, that's something that's super interesting. So there are a lot of different things that we can explore. So everything is open. And yeah, I love doing that. And it's super powerful, super nice. So yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
So, what a big gift.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And also, you will receive a full breathwork session. And when we do one-on-one breathwork sessions, it's really different from group sessions. We go much deeper. You can really dive deep into your body, into your nervous system. And with this kind of breathing that is very simple and no technique to learn, you just come in contact with your true self and you're able to release from your body all deep tensions, all kinds of traumas that are stuck because we know that our body is really keeping the memories, somatic memories of any kind of experience we have had in the past that is still conditioning our present time. So, this is a practice that is really helpful to release all these stuck emotions, these unprocessed experiences from the body. So it's also a wonderful way to release tensions, actual physical tensions, even chronic ones. So it's something that I'm so passionate about, and it's such a deep and effective experience. I'm so happy to give it to all of you. And so this will be our full package. And you can see that in the chat, I put two links. One is for the next workshop that will be next Saturday about the huntress and the first chakra. And then the second link is a form that you can have a look at and fill up if you want to embark on this full journey with us, which will be, you will find all informations in this link, but I will just tell you the investment for all of it is $297. So it's something really, really generous when you think of everything that is included here.
Mm.
And no worries if you are not free on one of those dates of the workshops, because you will get recordings. You will also get PDF booklets and material about the archetypes. So you will have everything that you need to have
Yeah.
full package of tools for your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marina, I suggest if you're up for it that we stop recording and then maybe ask people if they're willing to share their experiences
Sure.
so that we don't record them. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so for the recording, let me just stop. Okay. And thank you everyone that's tuning in later. Thanks for watching.